Hello, good evening, everyone. Today we are here for our interaction with our author of the day, that is Miss Hanisha Varma, for her book Padhi Likhi Gawar. She'll be joining us soon within a moment, so please wait, please bear with us. Guys, just please bear with us. Our author Hanisha, she'll be here with us in any moment, so please have patience. And we are really sorry that due to some technical issues we were not able to join on the platform we announced earlier, that is our Facebook community by the name of Books, Blogs, Readers and Writers. Unfortunately, we were not able to join in there. That's why we chose Instagram. So please just bear with us. She'll be here in any moment. Hi, good evening, Hanisha.
Hi, good evening, Akash. I
Glad
think
we
there
could
was some finally I'm
finally make
live.
it. Yes.
Yeah,
Sure. So again, guys, we are really sorry. There was some technical issue that we were not able to figure out, and we were not able to join in through our Facebook community. That is by the name of Books, Blogs, and Readers and Writers. But glad we could make it over here, and sorry for the delay as well. So without
apology from
further ado,
my side
let's
also.
no, totally. It's totally all right. Not a problem. Let's get on with it. Let's get on with today's conversation with our author, Miss Hanisha Varma, for her book Padhi Likhi Gawar. And please introduce yourself to all of us, Hanisha.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. My name is Hanisha Varma. I'm from Mumbai. I'm basically working for one of the leading financial firm where I'm a fraud examiner. I'm an investigation specialist, and like I have a total work experience of 12 years where I am into finance investigation and everything. I started my blogging and I have written my first book in lockdown. I thought of writing a book, so I've written a book in the name of Padhi Likhi Gawar. This book is basically, this is my book. So this book is basically about woman's life, a woman life where a working woman life where she has to manage her personal life as well as her official life, her career. So to manage this life, how she's struggling and how she's trying to make a balance and how people are judging her. So I have covered real life experience about 10 women of my life. So there are some stories which has similar. I have also experienced the same thing, so I've covered in this book, and I hope people who have read my book, they've given me the feedback that yes, it is a current scenario also. Even in the 21st century, women are getting criticized for so many things. So uh, this is all about my book and myself.
That is lovely to hear from you, Anisha. So, if I ask you, like, uh, like share something deeper inside about the story, about the plot, like what was it about, what is it about, and so that people can know more about it.
Yeah. So basically, what happened in 21st century? There are people who actually try to say that woman can do anything, right? We provide all kind of freedom, but then in Mumbai or in some metro cities also, woman has to follow certain traditions. Okay, so there are families who expect female to do such, follow everything, so all the rituals and everything, and these rituals are not applicable to the son of the house. Okay, so this book is about 10 different experience. Like in the first story, I've covered experience of Ghungat. Okay, so basically, I have given the history of Ghungat, that why Ghungat was started in the Mughal Raj. Ghungat was started to protect the woman from the bad people who had a bad thought about the woman. But then in the 21st century, when woman is actually running the nation, who's actually running the economy. Okay, so we are not into a Mughal Raj first of all. Okay, so now we are in the 21st century, so the freedom is there. So when we are talking about equality, so these thoughts are still there in some of the modern family. So my story like Ghungat is talking about the. I have given the history of Ghungat, and I've explained that how practically when one working woman has to follow in the joint family, what are the problems she face. So that experience I've explained. I've also covered one story about one girl who's not married, but then she's her parents has given her education just because they want to say that I've given good upbringing to my daughter. But then when she has to make her career, she was told that you don't need to work. Then so what is the meaning of education? If girl is not going outside, if she is not dealing the outside world, then what is the meaning of education? So at every stage how woman has been woman life decision has been taken by the other, and she was not asked about her thought process and all those things I've covered in this.
Lovely. So, like, these are quite like instigating aspects of the society, I would say, that definitely would relate to every other woman in us. So,
Right.
like, to be very honest to all of you, I do have a copy of Padhi Likhi Gawar with myself. I have gone through the book, and like, yes, it's exactly what Hanisha just explained. It's exactly going that way. So, but why exactly, like, why such a blunt title, like, right in the face, Padhi Likhi Gawar?
Actually, this is very funny thing. It was my husband sometimes used to call me, यार इतना नहीं समझता तुझे, okay? And I've heard many people. In fact, हम जाते हैं, हाँ, we met lot of people. So I've heard पढ़ी लिखी गवार. Like if I'm educated and if I ask you some silly question, so then अरे यार तू तो well educated है. So this judgment कि question नहीं आ सकता है. See, I'll tell you. Like I am 12 14 hours I am outside. I am dealing with my office colleagues and I am doing all outside work. Okay, so when I do cooking, sometimes I will mismatch in the salt and sugar if it's kept in the bottle, and if you can't say it, so you might ask some silly question. So that time the people will judge you that yeah, you are educated, you should identify. But then in the school it is not taught that sugar will have this size and the salt will have this size. हम स्कूल में ये नहीं सीखते. So those kind of small experience every time when educated girl are taunted as padhi likhi gawar. In fact, the guys were also taunted when I think Waller team has published my book. So there was some guy who commented that even male get that such feedback, पढ़ा लिखा गवार है करके.
All right. So, like, when did you
जजमेंटल क्यों होना है? When somebody asks question, I mean judgmental नहीं होना है about the education. Every time education should not come.
correct, correct. So how did this journey begin for you? Like from like becoming a writer. How was it?
See, I used to write. I in school, like I had an economic subject. So for 2 mark question also, I have written a 3 to 4 pages answer. So I knew that I can write good. So, but then I never knew that I can be an author. But then with this experience, I thought, यार ये ना कहीं लिखना चाहिए, ये कहीं होना चाहिए. So I am a working woman, so I have a friends who are working, who has to manage the family and all. So when we meet our colleagues, when we meet our friends, when we speak with them, they share their experience. आज upset क्यों है, आज ये हुआ वो हुआ. So I heard that it is, even if you see the family, happy family, sophisticated family, but inside the house or inside somewhere in their family or friends, they are getting judged. They are having this kind of mini experience, which sometimes some female get their confidence get lower. Like I have covered one story about one pregnant woman who is actually managing her parents also. Like she's earning because she has to manage her parent. She's the only daughter for the parent. Okay, so she was asked by her family member that you don't need to work anymore because she was having a baby. She was carrying a baby, so she was told to leave the job. But she said that I am managing my family. Okay, I am managing my family, so I cannot drop my career. First of all, she is well educated. She can manage her work, and there is no problem at all, and she's that much responsible for her parents also after her marriage. But then just she was asked to leave her job and drop her career, and if she leave the job, then who will manage her parents?
Okay.
So so working woman is actually, there are many women who actually manage her parent also. So that's why they want to work. It's not about always career, it's about the responsibility also. So Padhi Likhi Gawar is also very much responsible because she cares for the relation. She cares for the people around her before family and after family.
Correct. So we talk of this particular book. How long did it take for you to actually like from the start to finish? How long was it?
See, I started like 1 or 2 para I've written, like it took 2 to 3 weeks, but then I completed. It was only one page finished, and I completed this book in 2 nights.
Oh wow, that
I
is
was awake because I'm working woman, so I was awake for my weekend, in my weekend, and I've written this book. Because that day in February, I decided, yeah, I have to finish this book. I want to publish because I have joined Anshuman Patro. There is a successful author, Mr. Anshuman Patro. I've joined his 5 days live challenge where he teach how you can publish a book in a 5 days. So all these tricks and techniques he taught us, he was also awake with us online. So there are a list of authors from his community whom he helps to publish the book. So when I joined that workshop, after that I made my mind that I want to publish my book, and I did it. On 22nd February, I published my book, 2020.
wow. That's pretty amazing. Like, I myself encountered such an incident for the first time. Like this actually like has me interested in asking you, like what kind of research went behind the content of the book, like, and how long did you spend researching, because it was such a short span of while wherein you completed your book.
I tell you about the tradition. I had already done my research about the tradition, so I knew all those things from. I was having an understanding of the tradition. So just to understand Mughal Raj and when it was there, which century it was, that research I had to do. So that I finished in that 2 nights only. And the characters which I've decided that every friend of mine, these are real life characters, these are real life friends of mine. I've just changed the name. So I was just visualizing my experience, their experience when they have shared their problems with me, and then I've just narrated. So yeah, I had to decide. There were many. Actually, I could write more than 20, 30 stories, but then I wanted to select the best of it. So I then made a list that I want to make this, I want to cover this experience or not. So वो list बनाया and उसके बाद I just finalized. So this was during that 5 days workshop of Anshuman Patro. So it was 9 to 10. So after that session, I used to make a list whether so Adless हुआ and then I finalized.
Oh, that is nice. That is quite quick, and I believe this also has to do with the experiences and observation that you gather throughout on your daily routine itself.
Correct, correct.
So, as per reading the like while I was reading the book, I can totally, this is for the audience, that I could totally, in being a man, I could just relate to what exactly you is trying to say and trying to convey the message. So what I understood, that was my part. But as per you, like, what perspectives or beliefs have you challenged with this work?
What?
What
Pardon
perspective,
me, please.
what perspectives and beliefs challenged with this work? Like, you target definitely that you want to go bang on and ring a bell in people's mind.
Okay, so you want to, your question is like what thought process I want to share it with the audience once people read the book, right?
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah, see, I just wanted to share, I was having a thought that even if, I'm able to change a thought of one person or situation in one family, no, so my mission of writing this book is accomplished. If after reading this book, if somebody is able to relate the experience, yes, या तो मैंने ये किया है या तो I have seen this situation is happening with someone and I was keeping quiet. If I am able to change the way of the person, then I think my mission is accomplished. I'm sure like it's tough to change everyone's, but then I've just tried to put a thought of a working woman and today's generation woman situation that they are not selfish, they are not that kind of a woman who doesn't want to follow or respect the elders or something. Even they are expecting some kind of understanding, respect, mutual understanding, and somebody should actually put their legs in the shoes of that woman and understand that what
Mhm.
she is suffering. So this was the mission that if I am able to, there my I had a calls, I received a call from few from my family member, few from my friends that ये सब लिखा है. So I said, even if I'm able to change the thought of yours, no, I'm very much okay. So there are few friends who said, you are right, ये गलत है, ये you actually put it right way.
Nice. It's doing its business.
Yeah,
So, like, these are such topics that you still have to be blunt in a that you might have to be blunt, but in a subtle manner. So,
right.
like, what part of the book did you like, have the hardest time writing in?
When I'm speaking about rituals,
Hmm.
that was the toughest part for me because I knew that after some people will read the book, I will be questioned. But then I was ready I'm ready to encounter their question. I'm ready to answer their question. And even if they don't agree with their point, I'm okay with that. Everybody has their own perception. So I'm okay with that. But then I'm so happy that I put my thoughts, I pen down and I put my thoughts. And now even if I cannot change the thought of such some people, but I'm sure I'll change the thought of some different people who are somewhere actually doing same thing in their family with their woman, and it will make a difference.
Most
And
definitely.
I think after 10 or 15 years, if my kids or somebody from my family read this book, they will say that yes, Hanisha has tried to oppose some things, and she has penned down this thing, and she's tried to say through the forum to the world openly.
That is commendable, really. Just a generic question. As you said, you completed the book in just 2 days. So,
Huh.
uh, not particularly related to the book, but just as a writing process, what is the most difficult part that, like, for you, like, because to be honest, it surprises me that it was all completed in 2 days itself.
Difficult task was this only. I see. I was a first-time author. Okay, so whether I'll be able to catch the audience emotions, am I able to uh, put my thoughts clearly or not? Is it feminist नहीं बनना था कभी भी. ये नहीं था कि तलवार लेके खड़े हो जाना है और सबके ऑपोजिट था. ये थॉट नहीं था. बट ये एक टफ था कि हाउ आई शुड पुट माय वर्ड्स so that people will understand that I am just trying to put here the female situation. उसके जो माइंड में जो दुविधा है जिसकी वजह से वो बोलती है या नहीं बोलती है. समटाइम्स वुमन डजंट से, वुमन जस्ट बी क्वाइट because she has to hold that relation. It is not for today. She has to live the life with the people, so she just control. So that was the toughest part, that if I'm writing in this way, so वो लोग इसको यही फेमिनिज्म समझ के कुछ ऑपोजिशन नहीं माने. मुझे सिर्फ यही था कि थॉट, तो वो डिसाइड करना मेरे लिए टफ था. सो आई वाज ड्राफ्टिंग, आई वाज चेंजिंग इट, आई वाज डिलीटिंग, आई हैव डिलीटेड, आई थिंक आई रोट अ बुक फॉर 100 पेज, बट देन आई हैव जस्ट मेड इट क्रिस्प. मैंने शॉर्टन किया. मैंने बोला ठीक है 50 पेजेस का ही करना है, बट आई वांटेड टू मेक इट शॉर्ट एंड सिंपल एंड क्लियर.
Mm-hmm.
So that from 100 to coming back to 50-60 pages was a tough. The drafting is correct or not. The history is correct or not. History, I had to do correct research whether whatever I'm writing about the history is correct or not. So yeah, that was the toughest part because and I'm talking about tradition. So I had this that fear that if somebody will say that you are writing wrong thing about the culture and all. So that
Mm-hmm.
was the toughest thing for me.
As you just mentioned regarding like putting the best point of view through the public and so that the audience connects to it. So, what, in your opinion, makes a good story?
See, I feel when you describe any story, you have to conclude with the solution. That if you are in such situation, what you should have been done. This is, I was in this situation. I could have done this thing so that problem solve हो जाती थी. So the story should end with the conclusion and the solution. See, people are not reading your book just to read a sad story. What what learning you have taken with your experience and what you will teach to others. Like everybody, you or me, we do mistakes, we learn from our own mistake, and then we teach our siblings, we teach our junior, so anyone. Like we have even explained to our parents that as a, like if your father is using mobile and if he's never technical savvy, so you will teach him, right? So this is with your experience you should be able to give a solution to it.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is exactly, I can understand what you exactly want to say. So, like during this process, I'm interested to know what would be the most surprising thing that you came up while writing this book about any of the topics.
Surprising thing.
Something that you were genuinely not aware of, and that was like, okay, so it was like just came and hit you
No,
like.
so I think as such, this was all about my real experience, so I knew. But yes, I didn't knew that I can write. I was so serious to write the book. I was that. I thought I've started this, but I will not publish this book. Even I was telling this to Anshuman that I don't think so. I will publish this book, and I will get so good response from the people, from the public. So that is something surprising.
That is wonderful to like because that is the actually one of the biggest part to come about and break through. I,
Actually, I'm being very honest. Actually, wait, wait, means no, कुछ झूठ नहीं बोलना है या कुछ ऐसे बड़ा बड़ा के नहीं बोलना है. मेरा I'm a first time author, so you even have highlighted some of the errors and also, yeah, okay, but then I'm very happy with my book and the response.
that's lovely. I really wanted to ask, like, why only you had to go for the short stories, where like you could have chosen to compile them all and come up with one character. Does that make you think that it might have impacted people in a very different manner? That they are connected with one single character and who she's then going around with all these prathas, which you have mentioned quite heavily. So, does it ring a bell to you that it might have impacted the audience more, as in particularly related to these prathas and being pressurized to follow these and all?
Okay, so I wanted to cover a different story because see, you will have some different experience. I will have some different experience. If I narrate only one story or one pratha,
Mhm.
so I actually had not much thing about it. So, and every female or every person passed through a different experience. Okay, for you to tell something to your parents or your spouse will be easy, but for one of your friend will be difficult. Like if I want to say my husband that I want to go overnight, for me it will be I want to go overnight with my friends for party shorty. So I think for me it will be easy because I have that compatibility. But there will be a friend who cannot go even overnight for a party. She's not allowed to go for a party. So the everybody has a different experience.
Right.
So the I thought of covering the main hitting point, which are silently actually hitting inside the family or inside some houses. So I wanted to cover those points, so I have shortlisted this.
Nice. That is nice. So this was actually my biggest, one of my major questions. What if Hanisha would have thought of choosing only one character and loading her up with different kind of pratas? Might not all that you mentioned in the book, but yes, quite a few.
Huh.
So
So you want to know which all prathas, if Hanisha has to write different pratha, which all prathas she would select?
not taking the whole novel on one pratha, but protagonist being taken aback by not just one but two, three, or multiple prathas.
Huh. So which
So
all those? Hmm.
no, any be it any. So I
Huh.
was just how would that be like for an impact to the audience?
I
But
think
yeah, please carry on.
yeah, I think like Ghungat or the Ghar Sambhalo.
Hmm.
Okay, there is a story of Ghar Sambhalo. So similarly, I would have been able to catch the audience with the title. Like my Ghungat says about that, I'm describing for the Ghungat tradition. Ghar Sambhalo, I'm saying about that woman has to only manage the household chores. She doesn't have to worry about the money and the business thing and all. So that way, there are many prathas.
Hmm.
I would have explained it, and I have also. And I think I would have, catch the audience feelings.
That is nice. So like while just reading through the book, I definitely could man also, but yes, you are aware of certain things because eventually people around you who are actually following these prathas just because of peer pressure or even quite willingly, you can understand what they're actually going through. So I am quite like interested in why I definitely review the book myself was I've seen my mother breaking
Hmm.
all barriers and prathas ever. So I could actually relate to each one of it and how actually the struggle is. But eventually, it's basically the thought process one has to break and like move apart from that.
Right.
So that was that, in that way it was quite like I had a personal touch with it. Although it was just hitting the exact point. Yes, you are actually getting connected to the particular point and particular pratha, and you're getting to know more about it. So eventually, yes, you do relate yourself, your stories, or someone's stories around you. So I like that is commendable. That is not being biased, but my personal experience with the book.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So that was about me, my opinion. But are you friends with other authors as well?
Yeah, like I'm a part of a Anshuman Patra group where there are 150 to 200 authors are there.
So
So they're
they
amazing authors are there. They are amazing. There's one lady who has written the book after after divorce. What are the mental emotions happen? What kind of experience a person has to? What kind of questions person has to uh, like what kind of questions comes from the society and how she did. So that book is amazing. And there's a lady who has written a book about the nature and plants and all, how plants are surviving and everything. So there the different combination of authors are there in the community. There's one of my friend. She Sharmin Sheikh. She has written a book about the street life uh, life of the street people. Okay, so in that she has narrated that we have everything in our life. We have food, we have a good education, we have family and all. But then see how they are happy. Street people, they don't have anything. They're struggling to get one time meal also. So how they are surviving and all. So I have a good I'm connected with these authors and I think they're super.
So, what was their opinion regarding your uh, work?
So actually, my title is very catchy. So
Correct.
my senior and my few colleagues from my 10th, complete 12 years work experience, they really love title, the book cover, and everything. And yes, few friends have read the book. They've given the feedback that yes, this is real life experience, and you have actually covered very well. Few has given the feedback that you could have covered this pratha, you could have covered this story also. Few called me, few friends, my few female friends called me that why you didn't cover this topic, you should have covered this topic also. So that kind of response was there from friends and family who read my book, and the outside audience also have purchased my book. So that reviews are there. So
That is
till now it's a average good reviews. Some have highlighted the errors and all, but then overall the feedback is good from most of everyone.
that is nice. So, like you yourself also mentioned that you did intentionally cover all the prathas. Like you
Right,
had to story, and
right,
even your friends and your colleagues are highlighting that you could have added this pratha also. So,
right.
any plans to bring Padhi Likhi Gawar Part 2?
I think I might go for Padhi Likhi Gawar Part 2. but then that is not for the next book is a complete different. It is
Or
about completely different as per my work experience and all. But then yes, I might go for Padhi Likhi Gawar part two.
wonderful. So yes, we are in for something real soon.
Yeah.
Also, I like this was about the co-authors and all. But what about your family? How do they think about your? What do they think about your writing?
So actually, my family, my parents were surprised, and I'm a Gujarati. So my parent wanted me to, write this book in Gujarati. Even my sister is from Gujarat, so she told me that you convert this book into Gujarati, I will ensure that the full village will purchase. She's like a known lady in the village. So, but then that requires time and all, Gujarati drafting and all. So my family, yes, everybody loved it. They appreciated the thing. They were so happy. They congratulated me when I informed them. Apart from my husband, nobody knew that I am writing book and all. So it was all surprise for other family members. So they were happy.
That is nice. I guess that's the best motivation part that you can
So
have.
the book cover and all, everything is actually helped by my husband only. He has helped me that 2 nights when I was writing this book. He was helping me. He was making tea for me and helping me. So that way he was very kind enough.
That is nice. So, like you being in
Your voice,
yeah, we have a
I'm
back.
so
We have a
sorry,
back.
some network issues, some
Connection
network
issue.
issues. Yeah,
Hello.
yeah. Yeah, you'll need to repeat your question. I started
Yeah,
facing some.
sorry. Yeah, there was some disturbance. Connection
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
disturbed.
Network issue. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. So I was saying, like, we're like, I'm quite aware of it that you are coming up with your next project, next book as well, quite soon. So, like, first of all, could you just tell us a bit about it?
See, I've actually not started, but the topic is about. There are two topics I have selected. One is cyber fraud prevention, and one is W. So,
Mm-hmm.
W is a tool where you know Excel, Microsoft Excel and everything. So it's a very
Mm-hmm.
base thing. Okay. And in Tableau, you can do a lot of pivots and so many analytical charts. You can present your big, like billions of data in the good chart and all. So for that, there is no such book available. I mean, there is book available. One is very costly, and one is of American. I think it's a American English, or it's very tough to understand for a Indian audience, I believe. So then I have decided, because I am already having I'm already gonna have the certification of it. I'm gonna write a book about it, but I have not yet decided. Like the topics are shortlisted. I'll just decide.
That's nice. So, yeah, but my eventual question was like, what are your words for aspiring authors? Because like we have quite a lot of first-time authors who are in the process of writing or editing or yet to publish their books. So, what's your advice to them?
um my advice is that your topic, if you are very much true with your topic, you need to make a pointers. See, in my in during my journey of writing a book, the stories were all in my mind. But then there will be inspiring author who is confused about what all things I have to cover. So even if I'm during my day-to-day life, if
Hmm.
I remember some of the points, but then I'm somewhere where I cannot make a note in my laptop or something. So you can always make a small notes in your mobile. So that what happened, when writing a book, you don't remember all those points, and then after you publish the book, you realize that I've missed this point. So I would recommend aspiring authors to write down, dictate the small points so that they can cover it up, and then it will help them so that they don't feel that I've missed the point. Yeah, and once you have targeted that you want to publish the book, then go for it. Don't think for it that will it be good or not, how people will judge me. Don't care for it. You think that you can put your thoughts, you can say this to the world, and it will make a difference to one or two or a number of people. Please put it. Please draft it and publish it.
Wonderful
Because
words.
there are few people, in fact there are few friends of mine who are good in explaining writing and all, but they don't think that they can write the book. But then that thought is wrong. I think if you are good in explanation, if you're good in giving clarification and the
Mhm.
solution, you must write the book. Don't wait for the result. Don't see that how many people are gonna read it, how people will pass the comment. Don't think all this thing. Just publish it.
Wise words, wise words. So, we're coming to the end of our live session. So, I would just ask, allow our audience to, if they have any questions, so please feel free to ask our author. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up, and you can definitely I would request all of you guys to do follow Hanisha on her social media accounts, that are Facebook, on Instagram. Could you please just tell them what the handles are, what the username are?
Hany&Tech 2020. I am basically a YouTuber also. I am a blogger also, where I create videos on Microsoft Excel, short videos which help you to resolve your day-to-day, work, which help you to simply make your work simple. I also create a video on cyber fraud prevention because I'm a certified fraud examiner. So how you can prevent online fraud. So just please join my channel. Please subscribe my articles if you like it. It's Hany&Tech. My channel name is Hanisha Varma, Hany&Tech.
So, guys, you can connect with Hanisha even after the live session is over. She is very much available to answer all your questions and queries. And by my personal experience, and that's a great suggestion, do go for Padhi Likhi Gawar. And I must say that it's a great and commendable work that you have done and put together. And such a short span of while, I really wasn't aware that you completed in just 2 days. So that's a big surprise to me and amazing, amazing. Surely commendable. The points that you actually touched and the notes that you actually wanted to deliver, they were conveyed in the very simple and direct manner. So,
I'm
like,
glad. I'm
that
glad to
was the
hear
beauty of
this.
it. You're most welcome. You're most welcome. So, thank you so much, Anisha, for joining with us today. And we wish you best of luck for your future as well. And thank you so much for the audio to the audience as well to bear with us and be here for our live session today with Hanisha. And again, I'll just repeat myself. Please, you can just follow her. Do follow her on Instagram and Facebook. She has a lot of content for you guys, and she has a YouTube channel as well. Do go check it out. Biden and please, she is welcoming all your reviews and all your queries regarding your book and everything. Please do go and ask her definitely. So thank you so much for your time, Anisha. It's been a
Thank you.
pleasure.
Thank you, Akash. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Bye. Take care. You're most welcome.